Now, before I explain this STR unit, I want to explain the layout of the asset. So you can see here, we have 8 different buildings out here housing our 45 different units, a ton of parking, which makes this very desirable. So now let's kind of walk through and show you guys what one of our short-term units looks like. So in a short-term unit or a medium-term unit that we're going to furnish, we have much nicer finishes. You can see from the stainless steel appliances to the cabinets, to the countertops, to the fixtures, everything is done much nicer. But now let's talk about the strategy of a short term and a medium term and how it impacts the value of the asset. So when you look at a long-term rental versus a short or medium term, you'll often maybe double, if not triple your rents. So what is that gonna do? That's gonna increase the total revenue that you're gaining, and it's also ultimately gonna increase your profitability. Why is that important? Well, when you go to refinance with a bank, they're ultimately gonna look at how much profit is this asset bringing. Also, when I go to sell, my end buyer is gonna base his offer based off of the total profitability of the project. So you see, we're really driving a ton of value in this asset. Another thing is, like, how are we actually gonna go find all these people to rent this? Well, that's maybe one of the best parts, because it's all about supply and demand. In this market, there's already not enough rentals, and there's a ton of demand for people trying to find rentals. Well, on top of that, there's this nuclear plant going 60 miles up the road. All those people, all those workers, all those new jobs, they're gonna need somewhere to stay. So one thing we're capitalizing on right now is we're actually building relationships with these contractors who are bringing in their guys that gotta have somewhere to stay, right? They're gonna want somewhere other than a hotel to stay long term. So we're marketing to those people. We're gonna be placing those tenants in here, which is ultimately gonna drive our value. So by now, you guys can see why this asset is so exciting and why I think it's the best one we've done this year. And the best part is I'm able to bring our investors in alongside us to where they can realize the profits along with me.